Okay, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillahi wa kafa wa salamun ala ibadihi alladhina istafa amma ba'd. Yes, we are going through the chapter Hukmul Akli wal Masajid, the ruling related with eating and ruling related with the mosques. Yes, we have taken few abiyat, I think 5 lines of this chapter. Let's start with the line 6. Yes, Hamza.
وفي طريق واسع تبني مسجدا بإذن إمام لا يضر تسددي ولا تبنيه من غير عذر بأوكد فقف مع مراسيم الشريعة تهتدي ويحرم إحداث الغراس بمسجد فإن وقفت مع وقفه المتأكد فإن كان عن أثمان هذا غنى فكل وإلا ففي إصلاحه بيعه واردد ومن يبني لله مهيمن مسجدا بمال حلال للركوع وسجد فيبنى له بيت بجنة ربه فصنه عن الأوساخ وقدر الغد وصن عن قذات أو مخاط
أو بزقة وبزقة
أو مخاط وبزقة وزخرفة ما من لجين وعسجد ويحرم بيع فيه ثم شراؤه ووجهان في تصحيح بين
مؤقد. Okay, let's start here. So now he's starting the rulings related with the mosque. Rulings related with the mosques. So he's saying وَإِن فِي طَرِيقٍ وَاسِعٍ تَبْنِ مَسْجِدًا, meaning if you have to build a mosque, build in طريق واسع, in a spacious space. وَإِن فِي طَرِيقٍ وَاسِعٍ تَبْنِ مَسْجِدًا, meaning build a mosque if there's a need, but don't build in a congested area where what we say access to the mosque is difficult. For example, back in India, in some areas are very congested. So even if you build at least small mosque, still there's a problem. People cannot come with their cars. People cannot come with their bike. Meaning small paths, what we say, lead to the. Yes, so that's what he's saying. If you have to build a mosque, tabne fi tariqin wasin, in a spacious place, an area where the access is easy. And that's one condition. Look to the area where you're building the mosque, and then build it بِإِذْنِ إِمَامٍ لَا يُضَرُّ تُسَدَّدِ, with the permission of people of authority. Especially if you're living in a country where it is being ruled by the Muslims, and there's a system, let's say, like we got council here, and they got baldiya. Okay, so seek permission with the people of authority. So with these two conditions, build the mosque. بِإِذْنِ إِمَامٍ, meaning with the permission of people in authority, لا يضر تسددي, and it should not be, okay, there are third condition as well, it should not cause a harm to the existing mosque. Okay, that's also something really important. So he said build in a spacious area بإذن, with the permission of the people in authority, لا يضر, and this new mosque that you are going to build should not bring harm to the already existing mosque. Meaning if you are building in the same area, let's say, okay, in the same area or in the same street further, couple of yards ahead, obviously it will cause harm to the already existing masjid, and it may not only cause harm, it may create fitna and trouble between the Muslim community themselves. So make sure, take these 3 things into consideration. Tariq wasi, spacious space, and access to the mosque should be easy, and with the permission of people in authority, and it should not be bringing harm to already a mosque that is existing in the area. But let's say if the population has grown and the existing mosque is small and not able to, what we say, not able to fulfill the needs of the community, that's fine. It won't bring any harm to that. وَلَا تَبْنِهِ مِنْ غَيْرِ عُذْرٍ بِأَوْكَدِ, if there is no reason, don't build a mosque. Even though it is a righteous place, but there is no need, or the space is not suitable, or it is bringing harm, or you haven't got permission from the people of authority, any of those conditions are not met, then don't build it. وَلَا تَبْنِهِ مِنْ غَيْرِ وَزْنٍ. Don't build a mosque for no reason. قِفْ مَا مَرَاسِمِ الشَّرِيَّةِ تَهْتَدِي. Follow the norms of the Sharia and you will be guided. Meaning these are the etiquettes of building mosques. So follow the norms of marasim of the Sharia. تَهْتَدِي. You will be upon the straight path, you will be guided. So the concept is clear. All those three things keep in your mind. ويحرم إحداث الغراس بمسجد فإن وقفت مع وقفه المتأكد. And he's saying ويحرم إحداث الغراس. Okay, إحداث الغراس means planting a tree or something in the mosque is disliked. Meaning there's a mosque and there's, let's say, garden, or back in India, yes, people have mosque and there's a space as well, this side, the other side. So he's saying don't plant a tree or something in the area for yourself. I mean, if you're planting to benefit the mosque and the people who are coming, and its fruits should be used for the mosque or increase the income of the mosque, that's fine. That is a waqf. Meaning, if you, with that intention, the mosque is waqf as well as these trees are waqf. But you think that I'm a neighbor and this is a free space, and let me put or let me plant a tree for mango or coconut or whatever, with the intention that you are going to benefit from its fruits also, then it is obviously wrong, because the area of the mosque and the area is for waqf. So with that intention, يحرم إحداث الغراس بمسجد فإن وقفت مع وقفه المتأكد. If it is also waqf like the mosque, meaning you are planting, but your intention is to benefit the mosque through the income and through the fruits, as not for your personal reason should be used, then it's fine. You are improving the mosque, or you are adding more value to the mosque. And back in India, they have these coconut trees. Okay? And yes, they will sell sometime and it brings some income to the mosque itself.
Put it for auction.
They put it auction, yes, when it is, yes, they'll put it in the area of the mosque and say anyone wants to buy for this much, or whoever pays the more price is allowed to take. So that is the income for the mosque. Okay, so that's what he's saying. For personal reason, don't. But if it is walk along with the mosque, that's fine. But he's elaborating the issue. He's saying, فَإِنْ كَانَ عَنْ أَثْمَانِهَا ذَا غِنَى فَقُلْ. If the mosque is not in need of the income that is made by the fruits of those trees, meaning let's say mosque is well off or got a lot of income. Okay, for example, they are showing over 100 of this and that as a annual income. So if you got that much income, you're not needed, let's say, then he's saying fakul. Then the people who are coming to the mosque, they are allowed to use the fruits. فَإِنْ كَانَ عَنْ أَثْمَانِهَا ذَا غِنَى. ذَا غِنَى means a masjid. Meaning if the mosque is not in need, it's well off, all these expenses are covered. Okay? And it is a mango tree or coconut tree. So less people use the fruits then. Which people? Not necessarily those who are taking care of the mosque, the regular people who are attending, it is for everyone. فَكُلْ eat. وَإِلَّا فَفِي إِصْلَاحِهِ بِيْءُ وَرْدُدِ. If the mosque is not, what we say, if the mosque is in need, then فَفِي إِصْلَاحِهِ بِيْءُ, to sell its fruits and use the money to improve the mosque or to cover its expenses. Okay, so that is something very simple. Because these trees are now the waqf. And what is the ruling of the waqf? Meaning if mosque is in need of the fruits and its income, then no one should use. But let's say mosque is well established and not in need to sell or auction the fruits or so. So those people who are coming, they can benefit from the tree, from the fruits. وَمَنْ يَبْنِ لِلَّهِ الْمُحَيْمِنِ مَسْجِدًا. Anyone who builds a mosque for Allah the Powerful, anyone who builds a mosque for the sake of Allah, Al-Muhaymin, who is all-powerful. بِمَالٍ حَلَالٍ. And he builds the mosque with the halal income. لِلرُّكَّيِ وَالسُّجُودِ. So people to worship there, do ruku and sujood. Okay, how many conditions he mentioned? 2. So he's building mosque lillah, not for any other purpose. Okay? Not to showing off or not to have enjoy the authority and power and so on and so forth. You're doing for the sake of Allah and you're building with the mal halal. So these are the 2 conditions. If a masjid is built and these 2 conditions are met, and you are building li rukai was sujjadi to offer a place for the people who want to do ruku and sujood, worship Allah. So what is the reward? فَيُبْنَى لَهُ بَيْتٌ بِجَنَّةٍ. So a house will be built for him in the Jannah. بِجَنَّةِ رَبِّي. A house in the Jannah of his Lord will be built for him. And that is mentioned in a number of authentic hadith. مَنْ بَنَى لِلَّهِ مَسْجِدًا بَنَى اللَّهُ لَهُ بَيْتًا فِي الْجَنَّةِ. Well known hadith. And one of the hadith says, "Walau bimifhase qatatin," even if it is a small, like a how do you say, nest of a bird. Meaning, not necessarily the reward is for the person who has taken the responsibility to build the whole mosque on his own income. Meaning, anyone who is contributing more or less with the proper intention and with the halal income, they will get the reward. For example, the nest of a bird is a small place. So the money that you have spent may cover
All your brick, maybe.
only one brick, let's say. Yes. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is generous and He can give the same reward for all people. Okay, فَسُنْهُ عَنِ الْأَوْسَاقِ وَالْقَدْرِ الرَّدِي. So once the mosque is built, protect it from awsaq, from the garbage or from the rubbish. وَالْقَدْرِ. And yes, it is again, qadr means it is the same, rubbish. Okay, so protect it from awsaq, from dirty things and from rubbish. And yes, that is one of the rights of the mosque or etiquettes of the mosque. And there is a famous hadith in which Prophet ﷺ said, "Uridat alayya ujuru ummati," meaning I have seen the reward of, I have been presented, or I have seen the reward that my ummah will get for the righteous deeds. Meaning I've been informed, I have been given the chance to see the reward for each act that my followers do. Hatta al-qada. And Prophet ﷺ said, Hatta al-qada means even a little piece of a garbage a person is removing from the mosque, he will be rewarded. That also have been recorded among the righteous deeds. Okay, so qada means a piece, a little, very small one. So that tells us that the mosque needs to be kept clean and neat, and yes, garbage and litter and all these things should be removed. And do you remember the story of a lady? What is that?
The lady used to clean the mosque, and she died, and they didn't tell the Prophet about the funeral.
Okay, yes, there was a African lady or black lady, the wording says, who used to clean the mosque. Okay, meaning who were at that time, yes, not the electronic who were, but using the, how to say, jharu? Okay. How do you say broom? Broom, yes, you're right. So what happened? She passed away. And companion did not inform Prophet ﷺ. Looked like during the night time or so. And they took care of the burial and they did not inform. Meaning they offered the prayer and the burial was done without Prophet ﷺ letting him know. And the Prophet ﷺ missed the lady. He didn't see for a few days, couple of days. Then he asked, what happened to the lady? They said, "Oh, Messenger of Allah, she passed away." And the Prophet ﷺ said, "Why you didn't inform me?" Meaning they belittled the issue of the lady. Okay? That's why they did not inform. Meaning they thought she's not worth of, giving Prophet ﷺ trouble during the night time or so. They did not inform. Prophet ﷺ said, "Dulluha ala qabriha." Tell me where you have buried, and then he offered the prayer therein. So such was the character of the Prophet ﷺ. And the reason why Prophet ﷺ gave the importance is connected with her duty. because she used to clean the mosque. Okay, وَسُنْ أَنْ قَذَاتٍ أَوْ مُخَاتٍ وَبَزْقَةٍ. So protect the mosque from litter or garbage. أو مخات, مخات is the flame. وَبَزْقَةٍ and spit. Meaning don't spit in the mosque. Or if you have flu or something, it shouldn't be, your nose shouldn't be clean. Even though at the time of Prophet ﷺ, the mosque used to be humble. Means simple. They didn't used to be carpet or something. Very simple. Okay, so if it is prohibited in those times, then obviously no mosque which are more furnished and carpeted or so, it should be even more. And this hadith, the Prophet ﷺ saw authentic hadith, mark of a spit on the wall. Okay, sometimes if it is spit or little bit flamey type, yes, you can. It remains for a few days, get dry. So Prophet ﷺ spotted, and he got upset. But so see the character of Prophet ﷺ. He himself cleaned by his hand, and then yes, then put a little bit perfume therein. Yes. Well, and he said that the spitting is a sin, and its expiation is to remove. If it happened accidentally, means sometimes something comes there and you haven't got control, then remove it, clean it. وَزَخَرَفَةٍ مَا مِن لُجَيْنٍ وَأَسْجَدٍ. And he's saying protect the mosque from decoration, extra decoration. Okay, min lujainin, decoration from silver or gold water. So all these things should not be used. Meaning mosque should be strong, obviously, but decorating, making it more attractive, using this color, the other color, okay, and getting something written and using the, what we say, the gold water or something.
Gold leaf.
And there is a hadith in which Prophet ﷺ said, the authentic hadith, that there will come time when people will yatabahuna bil masajid, will boast about these things in the mosque. For example, someone will say, look, our mosque is more beautiful than you because it got this, it got that, it got, and the other person said, no, we have a dome made of £1 million or something. Yeah, how much it cost for the Abu Bakr mosque? This is being recorded. Yes, any idea?
For Abu Bakr?
The dome of the Abu Bakr mosque.
I don't know.
The whole mosque is full.
You, Hassan. Huh?
800,000, I think? Or
I don't know. It was very expensive, by the way. Very expensive.
because now to repair it, now it's need like a
Repair.
just a dome. You need about 200.
Hmm.
That's it.
Okay, let's move ahead. So those type of decoration is wrong. But it doesn't mean don't keep it clean. Keep it clean, keep it strong. I mean, the wall and the pillar should be okay. But an unnecessary decoration and the coloring, it will cause a distraction as well. And yes, a person may lose his khushu. And plus this has been prohibited. These things have been prohibited. وَيَحْرُمُ بَيْءٌ فِيهِ ثُمَّ شِرَاؤُهُ. And buy and shira is haram in the mosque. Selling something and buying something. Selling something in the mosque and buying, meaning the personal business should not be. Okay.
What about for the mosque?
Okay, I'm not sure. I think that should be fine. Meaning for raising charity, something you're selling and the money is going to the charity, that may have different ruling. This is for personal benefit. Buy and shira. وَوَجْهَانِ فِي تَصْحِيحِ بَيْءٍ مُؤَقَّدٍ. And he's saying there are two opinions regarding whether the transaction will be valid and effective or not. I mean, some scholars said this type of transaction is null and void. Meaning you agreed to sell something and he agreed to buy, and maybe he has given you some advance or something. Scholars said because this is not a place to sell and buy, so the transaction is not effective, valid at all. And the other opinion is the transaction is fine, but this action is prohibited. Okay? For example, you cannot cancel and the exchange of the good happen. You gave your mobile and he gave the money. So the transaction is fine, but this action itself is prohibited and you will get sin. I think the second opinion may be more suitable. Okay, let's carry on. وَإِن يُبْنَى مَا بَيْنَ الْمَقَابِرِ مَسْجِدٌ فَهُرِّمَ وَفِي الْمَبْنَى مِنْ قَبْلِهَا اسْجُدِي. وَإِن يُبْنَى مَا بَيْنَ الْمَقَابِرِ مَسْجِدٌ. If a mosque is built over the graves, let's say there are graves, and if mosque is built over the grave, then it is haram to offer prayer in this type of mosque. And this is something serious sin or serious act. There are a number of hadiths in which Prophet ﷺ cursed those people who build mosque over the grave of righteous people. And he said, قَاتَلَ اللَّهُ الْيَهُودَ وَالنَّصَارَى. Meaning it is them who are known for these actions, building mosque over the grave of righteous people, Anbiya. Whenever a Nabi or righteous people will pass away, okay, they would build a mosque over the grave. And yes, in India and many other countries, sometimes you find this type of mosque. Okay, once the time was running out and we entered a mosque in order to pray, me and one of my uncle, then we saw a grave inside. So we came out, we said, no, we're not going to pray here. That's the ruling.
So
Okay.
What if the time is going and then that's the only mosque to go? You come and pray outside or still pray inside?
I think if you have any other choice, let's say in your car by sitting or something, I prefer that. Okay, وَفِي الْمَبْنَى مِنْ قَبْلِهَا اسْجُدِي. So let's say the mosque is built over the grave, but what if the mosque is already there and someone is being buried, a righteous person also? So what's the ruling? Okay, in the first one, the mosque should be destroyed because the graves were there already. In the second one, the mosque will remain, the grave should be moved, and then you can pray.
What about if the graves are moved before the masjid is built?
That's even better.
Say again?
That's even better.
That's okay. Okay, yeah.
Meaning if you can remove the graves
Mm.
which were buried after the mosque. So here, if let's say there are graves and they moved and the mosque was built thereafter, then no problem. Okay, why it is seriously
If it's
prohibited?
inside, what about if it's outside?
Even though it's not good, it's boundaries and
The boundary.
yes, let's say within the boundaries of the open area here
It's
and there,
common in
still it is
churches.
not good.
So you can open a qabr.
In this type of situation when there is a need. Let's say the mosque is known to have been built 3 or 4 centuries ago, and someone whose grave is there known to be passed away 50 or 100 years before. So the mosque was first and then some was buried. So in that case the cover or the body has to be removed. And sometimes you may not find except for few bones or so. Whatever you find along with the soil, move it.
When you move,
And meaning
When-
buried in
when,
another place. Don't throw it.
when you're moving a grave, I mean, not just one from a masjid, is there any kind of special process that has to be followed?
I'm not sure. I mean, don't move a grave for no reason.
Mm.
If they are genuine and pressing need, then yes, grave should be moved. And the procedure is nothing, just you open, and if the body is there, whatever remaining is there, along with the what we say, the soil of that particular area need to be removed. Sometimes you may not find except for few bones. So those few bones and the soil attached with the area should be taken and removed. So you're making sure that nothing is remaining there. Okay, Jabir ibn Abdullah, I think it is Sahih Bukhari. his father passed away during the Battle of Uhud. And how many companions martyred or got killed? 70.
70.
And it was a big job to have a, what we say, grave dug for each one. So sometime in one big grave, 2 people or 3 people used to be laid down. So Jabir Abdullah and another companion, 2 people were buried in the same grave. And Jabir ibn Abdullah, at that time he didn't, but later on he felt bad, thinking that he wasn't able to, thinking that he wasn't able to even give a permanent or independent grave for his dad. So after 5-6 months, he came to Prophet ﷺ and he's saying, he said, oh Mr. I think bad about this. Then Prophet ﷺ said, if you want to get it removed and buried in a separate, then get it done. Okay, so the grave was open, and because he was martyred, so his body was also intact after 6 months. Only a little scar was there, somewhere close to his ear, little scar. Okay, so these are the, what we say, signs of, signs to prove that Islam is a true religion. Abu Ayyub Ansari passed away when he was still in the shape heading towards Constantinople, and obviously they didn't know how to go about with the body. So once they reached to the shore, then they buried there, and the body remained in the ship for a number of days, and nothing happened. Nothing happened. If you leave a normal body for more than few hours or so, it starts getting discharging bad smell. And Umar Raziyallahu anhu, there was a zalzala in Medina, and yes, one of his leg,
The wall fell and his foot come out.
yes, it was visible also. And they readjusted it properly. So again, after many years, he passed away. So either yes, Umar was shaheed, and this is for shuhada, Anbiya, obviously, first of all. Among the shuhada, those who are proper martyrs. Not everyone, nowadays, everyone who gets killed in an accident or something in a fight, they also call shaheed. So someone who is proper shaheed, or someone who is really righteous person, Siddiq. And the grave of Daniel also again. So there are a number of,
There was time of Umar Raziyallahu anhu.
yes, there are a number of examples where this type of people's body was not eaten by the soil. Okay,
There
let's
was
get
a
on.
recent incident in our place also.
Kerala.
Yeah, in Kerala, when they opened the grave, like after many years, it was as such to do a short term.
The body was
It was same without any change.
was righteous person.
It was very righteous.
Yes, I mean that is for Anbiya and proper righteous people, من الشهداء والصديقين والصالحين. Okay, let's move ahead. ولا باس إن صلى لميت بمسجد وإنشاد شير من مباح لمنشد. He's saying there's no harm if a janaza prayer صلى لميت بمسجد. If a prayer for a mayyit is being offered in the masjid, let's say janaza prayer, if it is being offered in the mosque, there's nothing wrong. At the time of Prophet ﷺ, sometime it used to be offered in the mosque. Okay, I think Sa'd ibn Mu'adh, when he passed away, it is Sahih Bukhari, that al-Mu'mineen, Aisha and many, those ladies said, before taking to the place where you offer, can you leave at the mosque for time being, for little time, so we can offer the prayer. So they did offer the prayer in the mosque of Prophet ﷺ. And Aisha Radhiyallahu anha objected on those people who were saying it is not proper. She said, how can people forget that quick during the prayer of those and so people offered in the mosque itself? Obviously, if you got musalla, like Eid prayer or special place where you can offer janaza prayer, that's fine. otherwise in the mosque. Okay, ولا باس إن صلى لميت المسجد وإنشاد شعر من مباح لمنشد. And what about reciting poetry? You remember Abu Muslim recited a qasida about Quran, not this Ramzan, I think previous Ramzan it was, or before,
Yeah.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay, not
3
previous Ramzan, the one before. So he's saying the inshad of shair, reciting poetry min mubahin. This is the condition. The poetry needs to be valid and legitimate. Meaning you're talking about Islam, or you're defending Islam, or you're talking about Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, akhlaq, and so, or the science of Islam being true religion. So if it's a poetry is serving a noble purpose, that's fine if someone is reciting. But nowadays many poetry, they talk about women and their love and this and that. So obviously it is not allowed any place, let alone the mosque. Okay, وَكُلْ جَالِسًا فَوْقَ الْيَسَارِ.
Also, when it comes to poetry,
Hassan ibn
praising-
Thabit,
I said the praising the poetry and that, it has to make sure that it's not
cross the
praise.
boundary.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's performed.
I mean praise of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in the sense that you're saying about him what is
Facts.
facts and what is right, not exaggerating and committing ghulu. And Hassan ibn Thabit used to defend Islam and defend Prophet ﷺ through his poetry in the mosque. And Prophet ﷺ would encourage him. He would say, yes, carry on, and Jibreel is aiding you. And once during the Khilafah of Umar radiallahu anhu, Hassan was reciting something, and Umar radiallahu anhu gave him a hard look. He said, why you are looking at me? I did same in the presence of someone who is better than you. Meaning in the presence of Prophet ﷺ, he used to say or recite this.
He asked him, who's your witness? He asked him
Did
who's your
he?
witness, and then he brought in Abu Huraira, I think.
No, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about the witness one, but let's see. Okay, let's carry on. وَكُلْ جَالِسًا فَوْقَ الْيَسَارِ. And he's saying the etiquette of eating is sit on your left and keep your right shin erected. Meaning you're folding left one, sitting on the left, and your right one is erected like this. So he's saying sit in that position. Sometimes you find those people who memorize Quran also, they sit in that position and they do. So he's saying sit on your left, wanasib al-yamin, and keep the right leg, erected, and eat. Wabasmil, and say the Bismillah in the beginning. Thumma fil intah ihmadi. At the end, praise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or pay thanks to Allah. So 3 things he had mentioned. He said in that way, sit and eat. I mean, you're not reclining, so obviously you're sitting, and that may not be that much comfortable. So when you sit in that position, you try to eat as quick as little and finish. Yes, when you're sitting on the table and reclining on the chair, that is the time when you take more time and enjoy, and little bit end up eating more. Okay, and the second etiquette, he says, say Bismillah. That is something obligatory. If you don't do so and eat, shaitan will share your food. And it has been mentioned in a number of hadiths. At the end, ihmadi, thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that also has been mentioned. And some du'as have been, Alhamdulillah alladhi atamani hada wa razaqanihi min ghayri hawlin minni wala quwwa. And there is another authentic dua as well. Okay, and Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal said 4 things bring barakah to the food. One is saying Bismillah in the beginning, praising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala at the end, and yes, eating together, and I'm not sure what the 4th thing here said. He said eating together as well. Okay, remind me at the end, I will try to find
to do
it.
with the sitting?
Hmm?
Was one of them to do with the way
I'm
you
not
sit?
sure. Not sure. Did he say about sitting? Okay, وَيُكْرَهُ سَبْقُ الْقَوْمِ لِلْأَكْلِ نَحْمَةً. Okay, we finish this chapter in 5-10 minutes, inshallah, then we'll stop. What time the prayer is here?
10:15.
10:15. Okay, so inshallah
It's 10.
at quarter
It's still
to.
10:05, isn't it? It was
Today is
mentioned.
Friday, right?
Yeah, it was mentioned. About 10:05.
Okay, let's move ahead. ويكره سبق القوم للأكل نحمة. He's saying if you are eating together or if you have been invited, يكره. It is disliked to سبق القوم, to be the first one to start the eating, showing nahma, showing greed. Okay, let's say food is being served and no one has started or something and you started eating. So he's saying ويكره سبق القوم, meaning being the first one to start eating is disliked. Nahmatan. Nahmatan mean, for example, if there's reason you are fasting, let's say, that's fine. Otherwise, expressing desire or greed towards the food is disliked. ولكن رب البيت إن شاء يبتدي. But however, the host, if he wants to start, that's fine. Meaning, the host, after he has served the food, if he wants to start, that's fine, because he's the host and it is like giving him permission or saying, okay, now you're allowed to start. Come on, start. So what is the etiquette? Meaning wait until food is served and wait until everyone
Everyone is there.
is about to start.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's in the
Everyone
British-
is
that's
about
in,
there as well.
it's in English culture, the old culture.
Okay, let's say it is Islamic culture, maybe
As
take
well. Is it in Islamic culture as well?
yeah,
Yeah. Indian culture?
taken by other people. Or other culture.
Yeah.
Okay, let's finish the 4 lines are remaining. ومن قبل مسح فالعقل يد والإناء يبارك ويستغفر لك السهن أسندي. He's saying ومن قبل مسح, before washing your hand or cleaning it with tissue paper, فالعقل يد, lick the fingers and lick the what we say, the plate or the bowl that you are eating from. Okay, this has been mentioned in the hadith as well, because you never know in which part of the food is the barakah. And I have seen my grandfather, after finishing the food, it would look like the plate is washed. Yes, making so much effort to, as if it is not been used, as it's washed one. I mean, those people in the previous generation, they used to be more, mashallah, strict in practicing Islam. Okay, so that's what he's saying. قبل مسح, before cleaning your hand, lick the fingers and the vessels or the bowl or the plate from where you are eating. Yubarak, this will bring barakah. ويستغفر لك السهن, and the sahan will be making istighfar for you. I mean, the vessels will making istighfar for you. I'm not sure where is the dalil for this point, but there is the dalil for the first one, that it will bring barakah to your food. And that was the sunnah. And there's number of hadiths in which Prophet ﷺ said so, that lick your hand and the plate from where you are eating. وكن رافعا قبل القيام الطعام قد نهي عن قيام قبل رفع المميد. وكن رافعا قبل القيام الطعام قد نهي. And he sings, and standing up before the food has been, or the plates have been taken, is wrong. Meaning when the food has been served and the plates are still there on the table, and he's saying it is wrong. It's not etiquette, especially when you have been invited to just eat and the food and plates are still there, and you stand and you start leaving. He's saying let the plates and everything removed and stay there for a little bit chat or something, and then stand up and leave. وجمع على الزاد الإيال يزيد نمالهم وانههم عن أكلهم بتفردي. And he's saying وجمع على الزاد على الإيال, meaning bringing the family members on the food, bringing the family members on the food on the table at the same time, يزيد نمالهم, it will bring barakah in the food. Nowadays everyone has their own timing. Okay, yes, he comes this time, they come that time, children come this time, and everyone is eating on their own. It is fine, but it is not it's not the recommended or better. It's good to join everyone at the same time and eat. And if you can have one big tray or plate and everyone is eating, the whole family, that will be even more better. وَجَمُونَ عَلَى الزَّادِ الْإِيَانِ. And I was listening to Abdul Razak, Sheikh Abdul Razak Shareh. He was saying everyone taking the sandwich, now the sandwich culture, and sitting in different areas eating like cats. For example, if you give something 3-4 cats, they will take a piece and move. And this one other one take a piece and move to other corner. Oh yes, that's how it is. If you have 3-4 cats and give something, or put a 3-4 piece of meat or so, each one will take and then go away in a direction or so and start eating there. وَنْهَهُمْ عَنِ الْأَكْلِ بِالتَّفَرُّدِ means stop your family members from eating on their own. Meaning I don't think it is haram eating on your own, but it's not recommended or good. It's good to sit together and eat at the same time, and it is also source of barakah. ولا باس أن يقبل الفتى قوت أهله لعام وفي ذا بالنبي لتقتدي. He's saying there's no harm if you are أن يقبل الفتى, if you are holding your provision for your family for 1 year. Meaning, let's say you need 50 kilo of rice that can be used for 1 year, or something you're buying and putting, that's fine. Sometimes Prophet ﷺ and companion used to do so, but not more than 1 year. Okay, I think nowadays the foods are available, so there's no need to buy for 1 year. But if someone, at that time it used to be seasonal, meaning in this season you get rice, in that season you get wheat, and so on and so forth. Not everything used to be sold available at every time of season. So it makes sense in the situation. Even though if someone is doing nowadays, fine, there's nothing wrong, but I don't think there is any need. Okay, we'll stop here. Any questions regarding the matters or issues we have taken?
Sheikh, what do you say to us that Ahlul Bidah that say to us, oh, you guys say don't pray and engrave in that, and they say, oh, the Prophet Masjid in Masjid Nabawi.
How do you say?
They say the Prophet was buried in Masjid Nabawi.
Okay,
So
Prophet
what is it?
ﷺ wasn't buried in the masjid. When he was buried, it wasn't part of the mosque. Okay? When Prophet ﷺ was buried, he was buried in his home. Because that is the norm with the Anbiya, that they are buried wherever they pass. So when he was buried, it wasn't masjid. It was his home, the ghurfa of Aisha radiallahu anha. And when the need came to extend, so obviously there wasn't an option to remove the grave. The only option was left them to have number of walls. So there are 3 walls now around those graveyards. 1, 2, 3. Sarasuja, as Ibn Qayyim mentioned. I'm not sure if it has been increased. Okay, so it has been separated with
Yes.
3, 1 wall, and then little bit gap, and another wall, and then little bit gap, another wall. 3 walls. So
Isn't the grave like quite down below as well? It's not like high up anyway.
I'm not sure, to be honest. I mean the surface, you mean?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
No, it's quite down because
Okay.
over the years where they
One thing came to my mind there that
What's the issue? That moment of time when someone tried to dig.
hmm? I mean the enemy of Islam, and he was captured. Yes. And the 3 people, I mean Prophet ﷺ and Abu Bakr and Umar radiallahu anhu buried, and there was a space good enough for 4th one. And Aisha radiallahu anha, when she was seriously ill, people asked her, would you like to be buried there? Meaning 4th grave could have been accommodated. But she, seeing her humbleness, she said, I prefer Sawahib, meaning the other co-wives of Prophet ﷺ. I mean, I would prefer to be buried along with where the other wives of Prophet ﷺ is buried. Even though it was her room, she had the right to say so, but she didn't. And Umar bin Abdul Aziz was asked when he was Khalifa. He was also was given the choice when he became seriously, because he was poisoned and he knew that, but he also refused. He said, "No, I'm not worthy of." Okay, so these were our salaf and righteous precedents. Okay, subhanakallah wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.
See what?
Sure.